This is Joseph Robinson, and welcome to Man's Trash, God's Treasure.
Welcome back to Man's Trash, God's Treasure. I want to go back to the last video where we talked about purpose. I hinted on or gave you guys a little glimpse of what my profession is. I'm a system engineer. As I said, been doing it for a while now. And I was giving that as kind of a bullet point on something that I had to work hard to get to, and was giving it as an example of something that I had to kind of overcome some challenges going through and getting to the end result, which is having my career or where it is now. But I would like to use that as a segue into explaining a little bit more about what the purpose idea really means and how it really plays a part in the things we do on a day-to-day basis. The biggest thing we do is our job, our career. And we go to work every day. Some of us work 8 hours. Some of us are part-time workers, work 4 hours. Some of us, like me, sometimes I work a little more than 8. Sometimes I work, 80-hour weeks. It depends. But I said that to say this. Your actual job, your actual living, as they say, your career is not particularly your purpose. I mean, in some cases, it's a big part of your purpose, of course. Like if you go out and your calling is to help others and your job happens to help others in a way that, the Lord has gifted you in and has set you in your purpose as far as that field goes, then yeah, I mean, of course. But most of us don't have the luxury of that being so convenient for us in our journey, in our purpose. And it's fine. It's good. I wanted to sort of touch on the fact that, one of the biggest characters for us Christians, one of the biggest motivators for us, of course, is Jesus Christ, who we all know he was a carpenter, but there are pages and pages and pages that speak about Jesus' work. And nobody says, oh, he made great furniture or built great cabinetry or, built this house or, added on to this house or, built a wonderful chair or throne. Nobody says that when they talk about, Jesus. They just don't, right? That was his profession. That was what he was skilled at. That was his way of making money. Or just his trade. We wouldn't even say make money. Just his trade. That was just his trade. That was what he had skills to do. But normally when we talk about Jesus, we talk about his many miracles. Water to wine, right? Turning small amounts of fish, loaves of bread, into enough to feed a multitude of people, walking on water, right? And you say those are some of Jesus's hobbies, right? Walking on water, not long walks on the beach, but walking on water and turning water into wine. Going on deep sea fishing trips. Him and his disciples, him and his buddies. Those are the things that we know Jesus for, right? We don't go around and say that Jesus was a wonderful carpenter. I wish he was still here so he could, help me with this project I have around the house. We really don't say that, right? That's not something that comes to mind because that wasn't Jesus' purpose. That was just what one of his skills were, one of his trades, right? So that's what I want to get into is I don't want people to believe that your job or this certain aspect of your life defines you. nor does the Lord want it to define you. He's gotten you to this point in life for something greater. And sometimes we get to this point, and don't get me wrong, you know, a career, a job is a part of your purpose, obviously, right? It is obviously a part. I feel like my job is a big part of my purpose because I feel like it presented multiple obstacles for me to get over by using my faith in order to get to where I am now. It wasn't very easy. So I think it was a test of faith, fortitude, all those things we spoke about. So don't get me wrong on that at all. No, it is a big part. Like, oh, what are you talking about? I'm a lawyer, or I'm a doctor, or you know what I mean, or I'm a manager at McDonald's, or whatever. Whatever you do, like, no, I'm not making it small at all. But what I'm saying is that if you think that that is great, if you think that that is uh, something to be proud of, which it is, then just know your purpose is even greater than that. It's even greater than that. I mean, you know, from serving someone at a restaurant all the way up to designing a house or a plane, the purpose can be fulfilled in those arenas, of course. Right? Say you're a server and your purpose is to reach out and help those around you in certain areas. And while you're serving, you are able to meet many people, and you're able to touch their lives if you feel comfortable enough, or if they're having a conversation that goes into what your purpose is. Then you're able to get in on the conversation. You're able to reach out to them. You're able to talk to them. You're able to help them, you know, become friends outside of, you know, outside of work, outside of you serving them, and be able to serve them, you know, in the capacity in which you were put here to do that, is what I'm saying. So there's many ways to interpret the purpose. My purpose is not to be an engineer. My purpose is not to, you know, solve problems in the technological world. That's not my purpose. That's my job. That's my job, and I'm really good at it. It's one of my gifts, of course, and I'm really good at it. You know, not to be arrogant or anything. I'm just saying it's a gift that the Lord gave me, and I'm very happy to have that gift because it's amazing. But I feel like my purpose outside of that realm is going to be more impactful. I feel like my career has input on that, of course, because like I said before, we have to overcome challenges. We have to overcome people saying you can't, you can't, you can't. You have to overcome yourself saying you can't, you can't, you can't. You have to get over those mental blocks, those emotional blocks, those spiritual blocks, even, in order to be able to move forward in your purpose. But the purpose, see what I'm saying? See what I did there? The purpose of this segment right here is to let you know that most times our careers, our jobs, though we put a lot of importance on it, as we should, but we don't want to make ourselves jaded and to think that, okay, now that I've got this job, now that I've got this career, okay, I'm done, finished. I'm good. I'm all right. Now I can provide for myself. I can provide for my family. And that's my purpose. I'm done. A lot of people that I've spoken to, they kind of feel that way. Like, what else is there to do? Oh, there's tons more to do. There's a whole lot more to do. It's just getting started. I meet people from all walks of life in all regions of the world, and I'm able to communicate with them and talk to them and have real conversations with these people, all the way from family to complete strangers. And sometimes they touch my life, and sometimes I touch their lives. Just through stories, just through conversation, just through, you've had that happen before. Somebody's like, oh, you know, they're talking about, you know, a subject like books or cars or plumbing or whatever you're into, and you just have that urge to, oh yeah, yeah, you like plumbing too, I like plumbing too, and or I like books too, or well, what's your favorite book? And you just go, and it's someone you've never even seen before. You can have a whole half day, 8-hour conversation with this person, and you don't even know their name, right? But it's that connection you get. It's genuine because it's over a subject matter that either you know a lot about or that really interests you and you're passionate about it. And you're able to either give input, like if someone says, I need help with this, or I'm working on this project, blah, 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 I don't know where to go next, or this or that. That's where the real purpose of your life goes into. Solving problems, touching people's lives through conversation, through deed, through action. Jesus sees a need and he meets it. A man is blind. He makes him see. The wedding done run out of wine. Jesus was right there. Hey, this can't happen on my watch. Wine is there. Boom. People are hungry. He's feeding them. Someone with the dead relative. Jesus resurrects him. He brings him back to life. Hey, this can't happen. It ain't time for him to go yet. He brings it back. He sees a need and he meets it. But in most of the stories that you see that happening is when people have faith. Someone touches the hem of Jesus' garment and their need is met because they had faith. They knew if they could just get close enough. You understand what I'm saying? They weren't saying, after you've done Jesus, can you come over and come and build these shelves over here, man? I done bought some encyclopedias, and I'd really like for me to be able to showcase them. Wonderful. Can you fix the upholstery and the structure of this love seat over here? It's been in the family for years, and I don't want it to lose its value. Nobody in the Bible has ever asked Jesus to do his job. Nobody. You can search through and through. And this is coming from me. I'm going to be truthful with you. I don't even know where it says Jesus was a carpenter. I can't remember where it says it at, but you know that he is, right? But he's not defined by his job. Your purpose is not your job. Most cases. When people get on my case, well, I do this and I do that, and this God's work. It is. So back up. I got you. I hear you. I got you. But to go above and beyond, is the point. Some people's purpose. I mean, you could work at a Jiffy Lube, but you're good at holistic medicine. You just do that on the side. Right? You just help people out of the kindness of your heart. Hey, look, you say you're suffering from this and that. I know about these herbs. I know about these ingredients here that are a good alternative to something that may be prescribed by the doctor, but could be harmful, could have side effects. Here, try this. Right? Here, put this ointment on. You know what I mean? It's those kinds of things you do from your heart and you're passionate about. And it helps those around you. It could change the world. So we're not talking about something you do a 9 to 5 for and you get paid for. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about something that God has put on your heart so that even when the 9 to 5 is over with, you still go out and do it. So I want you to put that in perspective. I want you to think about some things that you do, you get passionate about, you get excited about, that you don't even care whether or not someone acknowledges you through money or thanks or whatever. You just want to go do. I just want to go do it. I'll put this in perspective so I can wrap it up. But what I'm saying is that It's okay to put emphasis on your job, but just don't be blinded by, and don't let that get in the way of what God has really put you here for. Find out what's in your heart. What gives you that drive, that passion, that feeling that when you do something great for someone else, or when you do something to help someone else, that makes you feel great and motivated to keep doing it more and more and more. There are people who are millionaires, billionaires, and it feels great for them to give their money away through scholarships, nonprofits, feeding the homeless, the needy, putting up schools, libraries, learning programs, sports programs. I'll go on and on and on. They're good stewards of God's money. So that's their gift. So whether they're a CEO, maybe whether they inherited the money, it doesn't matter. Whether they're an oil tycoon, great property investors, whatever it is, they get, their blessing is that they're able to attract money. They're able to get money. And the good stewards of that money, for them, it feels good to be able to help those around them who don't have money or can't get where they need to go. So some people's purpose is to help others with their purpose, right? It's to be a vessel. So I challenge you. This is a challenge. This is my challenge to you. Think real hard. Meditate. And think of, outside of my profession, what have I done? Or what do I think I can do that will make me, or makes me happy and makes me feel fulfilled spiritually, right? And you may have to ask, those around you, even. It's a good way to get closer to those around you. But ask them, what puts that fire inside? What makes me just light up whenever I get a chance to do something? It could be working with children. It could be working in people's yards. I mean, it could be just that simple. Or cleaning. I mean, some people love to clean. I'm not the person. I'm not the person. Like, Joseph, can you come help me clean? I'll do it, but it's not going to be like the most, joyful thing. I'm not that guy, right? But what I'm saying is that there are some people you ask them, come help me clean up, or help me organize, help me, oh yeah, I'll be right over. They love it. I had a dude that used to do my yard. He's like, man, he wouldn't charge me much at all. I love it. It's stress relief. That's what I do. It's just what I do. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. But there are people who their ministry, what they do, what they love to do, it'll surprise you. It will surprise you. And it just like, okay, I need help cleaning my house, and you ran over here, and now you're all jolly and giddy and excited and screaming and ready to get on it, like it's like it's your birthday, like we about to go out and party. But to them, it's a party. To be able to help you do that, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh it's a party. So don't downgrade yourself to just your job. But like I said, I know some people's jobs, that is their passion, and that is really how they use their gift, and that is their purpose. Figure out what makes you feel the way Jesus felt when you turn water to wine, or when he helped a blind man see, or when he cured a man with leprosy. Figure out what that is for you. It's important. It really is important. the emotion, the feeling you get when you execute that mental stimulation you get. It's almost like a drug. It's the dopamine. It does something to you. When you find out what your purpose is and you're really, really good at it, or you're really into learning it, and God has put that on your heart and your spirit, man, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world. It's like, I don't understand marathon running. I ain't never ran no marathon, but they say they have the runner's high. They get that high like they've accomplished something after running 26, 27 miles. Hey, look, I give you a couple. I give you a couple. I give you a couple. But there are people out there who they strive. That's what they do, and they get that feeling, and that's the feeling I want you to feel. I want everybody to feel that feeling. No matter what it may be, as long as it's helping, right? So don't go out and do drugs, right? Trying to get that feeling. Don't do that, or do something exhilarating and life threatening. That's not. So find out what gives you that drive, what gives you that passion, and grab it, and go forward with it. Go forward with it. Do what God has asked you to do. You'll feel it. He doesn't need to actually speak to you. You'll feel it. You will feel it. And sometimes he will speak to you, be like, hey, stop doing this over here. That ain't for you. Go do this right here. He'll put roadblocks and open other doors so that you understand, oh yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing right here. Oh, this is cool. I like this. This is better than what I was doing before. What was I spending my time doing that over there for? I should have been doing this the whole time. I've had moments like that. I'm sure you have too. So take the moment, take the time, and think about what you feel like your purpose is, what the bigger picture is outside of work, outside of your 9 to 5, outside of your day to day. Or how can you use your 9 to 5, your day to day, to fulfill your purpose? But we all have a purpose. Don't count yourself out. We all have a purpose bigger and greater than what we do on a day to day just to survive. What do you want to do to not just survive, but to live and help those around you live? You're going to have an impact on the planet. What you do at your job is going to have an impact on the company and their bottom line. But what you do to serve God and to serve your purpose is way more rewarding and a whole lot greater than that. A whole lot greater than that. Think about it. I'll be posting every Wednesday. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you subscribe. And you are God's treasure. Make sure you say that to yourself every morning. You are God's treasure, and you have a purpose. See you next time.